Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Let me ask you something. Have you ever wanted to say something in English, but the words just got stuck in your throat? You knew the vocabulary, you knew the grammar, you had even practiced before, but when the moment came, fear took over. That was me. For a long time, I was terrified of speaking English. I avoided conversations. I stayed quiet in class. When someone asked me a question in English, my face turned red, my mind went blank, and I felt like everyone was silently judging me. But here's the truth. I didn't stay that way forever. Over time, I learned how to overcome that fear. Not overnight, not with magic, but with small, consistent steps that trained my mind, my voice, and my confidence. And in this video, I'm going to share my full journey. I'll tell you about the embarrassing mistakes I made, the strategies I discovered, and the exact steps I used to move from fear to confidence while speaking English. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear guide that you can follow to start overcoming your own fear, so you can speak English with confidence, clarity, and pride. So let's dive in. The beginning, living with fear. Let me start by painting a picture. I was sitting in an English classroom. The teacher asked a simple question. "What did you do last weekend?" My classmates began answering easily. "I went to the park. I watched a movie. I studied with friends." When it was my turn, my heart started racing. I knew the answer in my mind. I went shopping with my family. Simple. But when I opened my mouth, the words disappeared. My tongue felt heavy. My mind screamed, "Don't make a mistake. Don't sound stupid. Don't embarrass yourself." I managed to whisper something like, "I go shopping family." Everyone understood, but I felt humiliated. For days afterward, I replayed that moment in my head. That was my reality for years. I knew English grammar. I could write, I could read, but speaking felt impossible. And the worst part was the cycle. I was afraid to speak, so I didn't practice speaking. And because I didn't practice, I never improved. The fear grew stronger and stronger. Why speaking English feels so scary. Before I explain how I changed, I want to share something I learned much later. The fear of speaking English is completely normal. Why? Because it's public. When you speak, people hear your mistakes instantly. You can't edit or erase. It's fast. You don't have time to carefully think of every word like in writing. Feels personal. Your voice is your identity. If someone criticizes your English, it feels like they're criticizing you. We compare ourselves. We hear fluent speakers and think, "I'll never sound like that." Knowing this made me realize I wasn't weak or stupid. I was simply human. Fear of speaking is natural. But just because fear is natural doesn't mean it has to control you. My first step, changing the goal. For the longest time, my goal was to speak English perfectly. I thought, no grammar mistakes, no wrong vocabulary, perfect pronunciation. But this goal was impossible. Even native speakers don't speak perfectly all the time. So I changed my goal. Instead of perfection, I aimed for communication. My new question was, can the other person understand me? If the answer was yes, then I had succeeded even if I made mistakes. This simple mindset shift reduced my pressure immediately. Suddenly, speaking English wasn't about performing. It was about connecting. Step by step, how I overcame my fear. Let me break down the practical steps I followed. Step 1, building safe practice spaces. At first, speaking in front of strangers was terrifying. So I created safe places to practice. Mirror practice. Every morning, I looked into a mirror and talked to myself in English for 2 to 3 minutes. Could be about my plans, what I ate, or how I was feeling. The mirror gave me a listener, but without judgment. Voice recording. I recorded myself on my phone. first, I hated hearing my voice, but slowly, I noticed improvements, better pronunciation, smoother sentences, stronger confidence. Trusted friend practice. I found one friend who was also learning English. We agreed not to judge each other. That safe environment gave me freedom to try. Step 2. Learning to think in English. One reason I froze was because I was always translating in my head. I thought in my native language, then tried to change it to English quickly. By the time I translated, the conversation had already moved on. So I started training my brain to think in English directly. How? Describing things around me in English. This is a chair. The chair is blue. I am sitting. Narrating my day in English. I am walking to the bus stop. I feel tired but happy. Asking myself questions in English. What will I eat for lunch? Maybe rice. Maybe bread. This simple exercise helped me speak faster without overthinking. Step 3. Speaking slowly and clearly. When I was nervous, I spoke too fast. I thought speed would make me look fluent. In reality, it made me unclear and increased my mistakes. So I forced myself to slow down. I used pauses. I focused on clarity instead of speed. And guess what? People understood me more easily. That gave me confidence. Step 4. Celebrating mistakes. This was hard. Every time I made a mistake, I wanted to hide. But I changed my perspective. Instead of saying, I failed, I told myself, that mistake taught me something new. I even started keeping a small mistake notebook. Every time I used the wrong word or grammar, I wrote it down and corrected it. That way, mistakes became teachers, not enemies. Step 5. Real conversations. At some point, I had to leave the safe space and actually speak with real people. The first time I tried, I was terrified. I ordered food in English at a restaurant. My voice was shaky, but the waiter understood me. That small success gave me courage. After that, I looked for more opportunities, speaking to tourists in my city, joining English practice groups online, asking questions in English class even if I wasn't sure. Every real conversation made my fear smaller. The breakthrough moment. The real breakthrough came during a group discussion in class. Normally, I would stay silent. But that day, I pushed myself. I raised my hand and shared my opinion in English. My grammar wasn't perfect. My vocabulary was simple. But people nodded. They understood. Some even agreed with me. That moment changed everything. I realized, I can do this. From then on, speaking English became less about fear and more about practice. Daily habits that built my confidence. Here are the daily habits I still use to this day. 1-minute speaking challenge. I talk about any topic for 1 minute without stopping. Shadowing. I listen to short clips in English and repeat them, copying the speaker's pronunciation and rhythm. Vocabulary in context. Instead of memorizing lists, I use new words in real sentences. Positive self-talk. Before speaking, I tell myself, I don't need to be perfect. I just need to be understood. The lessons I learned. Looking back, here are the biggest lessons I want to share with you. Fear is natural, but it's not permanent. You can train your way out of it. Clarity is more important than perfection. People want to understand you, not grade your grammar. Small daily practice builds huge confidence. 2 minutes a day is better than 2 hours once a month. Mistakes are teachers, not enemies. Every mistake is proof that you are learning. Confidence comes from action, not waiting. You can't think your way into confidence, you must practice your way into it. Exercises you can try today. If you want to start overcoming your fear right now, try these simple exercises. Introduce yourself aloud, say your name, where you're from, and one hobby. Do it 3 times today. Record your voice, Answer this question in English. What's your favorite food and why? Listen back and notice one thing you like and one thing to improve. Talk to one new person. Even if it's just a greeting in English, take that first step. Pause practice. Take a paragraph in English and read it slowly, adding pauses after every sentence. This builds calmness in speaking, the transformation. So, how did I overcome my fear while speaking English? Not with one big step, but with many small ones. I started in safe spaces. I trained my brain to think in English. I learned to slow down. I embraced mistakes, and I practiced with real people. And over time, something amazing happened. Speaking English stopped being scary. It became natural. Now, I can have conversations, give presentations, and even make videos like this one, all in English. And if I can do it, so can you. So, my message to you is simple. Don't let fear control your English journey. Fear is normal, but it is not permanent. With small, consistent steps, you can overcome it. Start today. Speak for 1 minute. Record your voice. Say hello to someone. The first steps are the hardest, but they are also the most important. And remember, your goal is not to sound perfect. Your goal is to share your ideas, your stories, and your voice with the world. If this video inspired you, please like it and subscribe to the channel. I'll be sharing more guides, stories, and tips to help you learn English naturally and confidently. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.